Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Question: what particulars should a plaint contain? The plaintiff must give such particulars as will enable the defendant and the court to ascertain from the plaint whether, in fact and in law, the cause of action arose as alleged or not. Okay, the cause of action arose as alleged or not. Okay, now we are going to discuss according to law. Rule 1 of Order 7 stated that the plaint shall contain the following particulars. So what are the following particulars? Now we are going to see that. Firstly, the name of the court in which the suit is brought. So it is mentioned in Rule 1A. The name of the court in which the suit is brought. Okay, next, the name, description, and place of residence of the plaintiff. So in this part, after the name of court, we will mention in our plaint the name, description, and place of residence of the plaintiff. And next, the name, description, and place of residence of the defendant. So after writing the description of plaintiff, we will write the description of defendant. So for as they can be ascertained. Okay, and next, whether the plaintiff or the defendant is a minor or a person of unsound mind, a statement to that effect. So if the plaintiff is or defendant is a minor or a person of unsound mind, then fourthly we have to mention it. Okay, and E, the fact showing the cause of action and when it arose. So we have to write in our plaint the fact showing the cause of action, and we have to also mention it when it arose. So we have to write the cause of action and the time when it arose. Okay, and next, if the facts showing that the court has jurisdiction. So you'll write that in our plaint that the court has a jurisdiction to try this suit. Okay, and then the relief. The relief we have to write, we have to mention which the plaintiff claims. So which the plaintiff claims, we have to write that relief. Okay, and H, whether the plaintiff has allowed a setup or relinquished a portion of his claim, the amount so allowed or relinquished. Okay, that we have to mention in our plaint. And I statement of the value of the subject matter of the suit. I statement of the value of the subject matter of the suit for the purpose of jurisdiction and of court fees, so far as the case admits. Okay. So from this line, we have to understand that we have a statement of the value of the subject matter we have to mention because of so that we can identify the jurisdiction and of court fees. Okay, so we have to mention the statement of the value of the subject matter. Okay, and then now we will discuss some others rule. In the addition to the above provisions are also made as follows for the plaintiff in specific cases. So what we have told before, that was under under Order 7 and Rule 1, and now we are going to discuss from Rule 2 to another rules. Okay, if the suit is for recovery of money, the precious amount claimed, that means precious amount which is claimed, we have to mention in our plaint if the suit is for recovery of money. Okay, it is mentioned in rule 2 order 7. Okay, next, if the subject matter of the suit is immovable property, a description of the property sufficient to identify it. We have to mention a description in a plaint so that we can identify that property. Okay, it is mentioned in rule 3. Okay, next, where the plaintiff files a suit in the representative capacity. The facts showing that the plaintiff has an actual existing interest in the subject matter and that he has taken steps that may be necessary to enable him to file such a suit. So if the plaintiff is in a position which is the representative capacity, then he have to mention it in his plaint. Okay, and next, the interest and liability of the dependent in the subject matter of the suit. So dependent has interest in this subject matter of the suit. We have to mention it in our plaint according to order 7 rule 5. Okay, next, if the suit is time-barred, the grounds upon which the exemption from the law of limitation is claimed. So if the suit is a time-barred, then we have to mention it why it will be exempt. Okay, it is mentioned in order 7 rule 6. Okay, next, now we are going to discuss rule 7, relief to be specifically stated. So what how many reliefs we will pray from the court, then we have to mention it specifically. Okay, and next, plaint contained verification. So plaint contained a verification. Last part of the plaint, we have to give a verification and schedule in a case of immovable property. If the suit is for immovable property, then we will give a schedule. Okay, so I hope if we write from the question what particulars should a plaint contain, then there will be enough. So you may add as you wish. Okay, so that's all about what particulars should a plaint contain.